Please stop, girl. Go away. She's like rubbing on my legs. Like, get out of here.
Please stop, girl. Go away. Please stop, girl. Go away.
I'm really worried you're gonna scratch my balls, baby. Please go away. Gotta get away. Come on, stop.
That was Chris and the Muffin.
Come on.
With their new hit, Go Away.
Come on. This
What is going on? Your cat's just all over your leg.
She's...
Well, you can't say that, Chris.
Oh, wait. I didn't know we were recording.
Yeah, we're recording.
I didn't mean to say.
Yes, you did.
No, I did. I mean, to you, I did. Not to everybody else. Oh, my God. Oh, no. What will they think of me?
I'll bleep it. They'll never know.
I'm a monster. I'm a big monster.
No, stop saying it.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You are listening to the Super Live Adventure Podcast. I am Chris Sorrentino.
I am John Saluga. Welcome aboard the Super Live Adventure Train.
A chugga choo choo.
I wish I was on a train headed to your wing, my friend, but I am in my wing, looking at your face on Zoom.
Yeah, I miss you over here. Everyone here at this at my wing misses you.
Everyone here at my wing misses you as well.
Oh,
I love you, man.
I love you too,
We'll
buddy
get together
boy.
soon. I gotta say, the weather's fucking us more than the pandemic is.
Oh, dude, man, it's been nonstop snowing.
Yeah, it is very cold, and we just keep snow just keeps getting dumped on us. We've got more on the way. I've shoveled so much. My back hurts right now, and I know I'm going into a weekend where I will be shoveling again.
John, never forget that it's a winter wonderland.
Chubs, members of the Little Chub Club, that's our Patreon group. You guys, every time it snows, you post videos of yourselves looking outside at the snow and saying, it's a winter wonderland, which is what my mom always says, and it's one of my favorite things now.
It's amazing.
Ever. I wake up and I don't want to shovel and I'm all pissed off and I grab my phone and I check my phone and there's always like a bunch of videos of people doing it. And then I'm like, I can't wait to go do it.
Yeah.
And it's a fun thing, man.
It's great.
I love the club.
Who doesn't?
It's my favorite club I've ever belonged to.
It's even better than a club sandwich.
On its way to becoming a cult. We've got a way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But one day
we'll become a cult and then a coup.
Eventually, we will marry several members, you and I.
That's right. Maybe we'll be married to the same ones. Who knows?
Who knows? Hey, listen, as soon as the Patreon group gives us enough money to buy some land, we can make this happen. But until then,
land and guns.
Land
That's
and
all
guns.
we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
The 3 G's: guns, gold, and a gal.
That's all you need.
That was taught to me in college.
Really?
Yes.
By who? Like a right-wing recruiter?
We shared a gym teacher, didn't we?
Oh.
Phys ed.
Yeah,
college.
that nut.
That nut.
Wow.
He said
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, 3 G's. Yep.
Wow.
Guns, gold, and a gal. And then he would go, or a guy. Like, kind of like roll his eyes, like, "Bleh."
I can't figure out what you are, so I'm just going to add this. You might be one of them.
That guy was crazy. He was a professor that scared the shit out of everybody. Just in that he was like mean and he'd fail you. Like, it's like a gym class and you might fail it.
He acted like he was a smart guy, but he acted like a gym teacher 24/7. And exactly, like, if you were like a minute late, that was it. Like, you couldn't do nothing.
No.
You were
Yeah,
done.
that was it. You
Fail.
were done. He gave a quiz at the start of the class. The second it started, and it was a quick quiz. He timed it, and he collected
Dick
it, and then
move.
kids would come in, and they missed the quiz. And right away, their grades dropping in this fucking gym class.
That quiz was 90% of your grade.
If he saw you smoking a cigarette, even on break during the class time, that was like your grade would suffer. Do you remember the syllabus was all
What
about
a
being
dick.
healthy? He had a thing in his syllabus about body odor, that you were expected to come in free of body odor.
I don't disagree with that. We knew a lot of stinkies in college.
But he put it in the syllabus because he worked it into
I'm behind
phys
that.
ed. If you smell, you're clearly not taking care of your body. That was his argument.
I'm with that. I understand that.
But he was all into McGuckin figured out he was all into like ancient aliens and stuff, and that's where they bonded. And McGuckin did well.
God.
If you got through to the guy, like, how did you do with him? Did you click with him?
Yeah, I think it was over. We were talking about beer. He was the craft beer and stuff.
Oh, right. I think I gave you a heads up. He's into beer. I think I had him first.
Yeah.
Yes,
you gave me the heads up. You should talk about beer. Yes, you're right.
How I got through was crazy because he was mean. He definitely was like, I came in, I'm not the athletic kid or anything. He definitely like didn't like me right away, and I felt it.
Me, the host of this show, not athletic?
The syllabus said that you had to have shorts and sweatpants, and one day I had sweatpants, and I got penalized for not having shorts, and he said the syllabus says shorts and sweatpants.
Oh, my goodness.
And I lost points or whatever. So anyway, I'm complaining about him at home. My stepfather had him in college.
Yeah.
But he got friendly with the guy, and they went on a trip together to Hawaii. It was nuts. So I tell him who my stepfather
And they got
is.
married.
They got married. They made love in Hawaii.
They had sex in a hammock between two palm trees because it's Hawaii.
He beat my stepfather with a coconut until he had sex with him in a hammock.
He left a map of his current position on my stepfather's face.
He beat him gay for 3 days. So anyway, they had this whole weird Hawaiian vacation together.
Oh my God.
You know, just hot single dudes, muscly dudes in the 80s or 70s, late 70s maybe.
Oh, he's late. Get the fuck out
that's
of
when
here.
they were hanging out. So
no way.
So then
like 70s Hawaii?
I mentioned who
Fuck.
I wonder if it was when it might have been when my parents were on their honeymoon. That would have been weird if my mom and my dad were on their honeymoon while my stepfather was hanging out with my college gym.
And they're like,
What was he, a gym professor?
yeah, Professor Jim. Professor Fizz.
Professor Jim.
I'm Ed. Fizz Ed.
Like, what are we talking about? We're talking about gym. We went to a really good college, me and Chris.
Yeah.
Talking about gym and how mean the teacher was. Like, that's where we went to school.
I want to see your parents' honeymoon where they're like, they're like, oh man, like we're trying to relax, we're trying to have a good time, but all this noise is coming from the room next door in the hotel, and it's like these guys partying down. This guy and his gym teacher. Man, keep it down next door. I'm trying to make love to my wife on our honeymoon.
It was a different thing back then. Apparently, I think they bonded because you could like, instead of just taking a gym class, you could join like a club or sign up for like a sport. And it might have been through skiing. My stepfather was big into skiing that they met and connected, and then they had this whole trip. Yeah, he was a crazy guy. He had all like scams and shit and everything. He was always.
You know, I heard the skiing in Hawaii is amazing. Why would they go? What?
Well, that was something else was going on there. But yeah, when I mentioned it, he was like, "That's your stepfather," and then suddenly. He didn't give it, like, he told me he's like, that first quiz, that first day, I throw that out. I don't count that. Like, suddenly it was like.
You got the secrets.
I got the secrets, and he's like, hey, you drink beer, blah, blah. And he started talking about beer, and that's why I knew, and I talked to you, and I was like, talk to him about beer. And then McGuckin got into the whole, like the ancient aliens, like aliens in the Bible and shit and everything. They were like connecting over that. That was an interesting guy. He had like a catalog business. He had like a mail order catalog like for like Christmas decorations and shit. He would like fly to China and like make deals with all these different things like knickknacks and shit. And he had a whole catalog and he was selling stuff and
oh my god,
yeah, he had like a bunch of like weird businesses and different schemes going on.
Yeah.
I might have talked about this in the podcast. He got a free car through like a credit card, like earning points to like on a credit card. And like, you can't do this anymore, but they put a stop to it. But he claimed that you were able to like, he would make payments on a credit card that had no balance. And he was just driving up a negative balance and earning points on it. And then he cashed it all out. And with the points, bought a car. It was like a weird like what? He figured out a way to just drive the points up by paying money that he didn't owe. When he's like, the credit card company's greedy. You don't owe any money. You send them $100, they'll take $100. And he's like, he just kept funneling money through it and driving up points. And he said he got a car that was like,
but he's still paying for it.
No. He bought it with the points that he earned.
Yeah, but he's earning points because he's paying something.
But he was cashing it out. He was cashing out the negative balance.
Oh, all right.
So you give like, you give $10,000 to American Express, and then you have negative $10,000, and then you either ask for a check or that's your credit.
Yeah.
You didn't spend anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he claimed to do, and he said he bought a car that was like bare bones. It was still like the hand crank, like you roll down the windows, and like it was all none of the extras and stuff. But like, yeah, and he said you can't do it anymore. But he was in early on that. Was like that was one of his scams.
Man, so he's a smart guy, but full-time gym teacher.
Hey, what are you drinking tonight? As I ring a bell.
Oh man, you know what? Man, I've been drinking.
We've been doing things over here.
Yeah, but right now I'm drinking a Peroni. It's become a kind of a standard on the show for me lately. This one in particular, I would like to dedicate to the beer wolf somewhere out there on the prowl. You know you gotta howl. Ow!
Somewhere out there, you know you're on the prowl. Ow! Staring up at the same moon, I hope.
Always. Never a different moon. If it is, we gotta worry. Beer wolf might be in space. Beer wolf in space.
Yeah, you're right. They always make a big thing and like it's so romantic that you're staring up at the same moon. But you're right.
Same moon. What, are you gonna look at a different moon? What are you on Tatooine?
Come on.
Out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah, fuck you, Linda.
Fuck you, Ronstadt.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking another Founder's Breakfast Stout. Double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout.
Yummy.
Yum, 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 yum. Nothing like a late Friday night with double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout.
Perfect on a cold night, man. A stout? You kidding me? That's what it's all about.
Ooh, and I had a Troganator, and I had a Founder's Solid Gold earlier tonight.
Excuse me. I don't even want to try to recount what I drank. I know I drank a bottle of Coquito and a lot of beer.
It has been a week. We've been working hard, man.
It's been a week. Yeah.
My kid though, he put me in my place, man. It was fucking funny. I was on a Zoom with all the writers at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to kind of watch my kids at the same time. And my son sitting next to me, he's 4 years old, and he looks at everybody. And first he's like, what are they doing? Like, how do they see us? And I was like, well, see, I'm on a computer. I said, they're all in their homes and they're on computers. So they just, in their house, it's just like what we're doing right now. And then he went, how do you get money from this?
I don't know, man.
Dude, it was like the best. And you know what? As much as like it was like a rough week and everything, but like, yeah, I'm like sitting in front of my computer at home. You know, I'm not out. Although my back is killing me, man. Too much Zoom today. There's a lot of Zoom today, but
Zoom, and a boom.
Fun stuff in the works. We don't talk about it a lot, but Impractical Jokers is back. And Chris and I are the worst. We didn't mention the fact that an episode that just aired, the second episode of season 9, featured artwork that you did.
Yeah,
and we didn't even promote it. We didn't even plug it. I forgot that it was even airing. I've been so busy.
I have not even watched it yet. I'm sorry.
Well, I have seen it, and it's funny. Chris, the guys are pitching cartoon ideas, and Chris was asked to draw kind of like a knockoff depressing Care Bears.
The Can't Bears.
Yeah, so he did artwork that went along with this whole TV show pitch, and there's all different. They look like, I mean, the artwork, it really does look like artwork for this podcast. Like, that's what. Yeah, I think it. I think it helps people who got in contact with me. So like, I saw it, recognize that it was mine because it looks like something I would draw. You know what I like? It looks like the Care Bears are grown up. They look like
they're just fucking depressed and middle-aged.
But they're bigger. They're kind of like larger, and it really is like they're older too.
They're middle-aged Care. Like they've been through some shit. They've seen some shit. Those Care Bears, and and you know what? The version that they used on the show, I sent them 2 versions. The version they used was definitely a lot nicer, a lot less gory, less graphic.
All right, so you didn't see it. They don't. There's different Care Bears that have different. They all have different problems, right? They all have different issues.
They're the Can't Bears,
and they talk about each of them. But there's one dead Can't Bear that's being. You said crushed by a rainbow. You know how I saw it as sliced in half by a rainbow, but it's killed by. It's dead. It's under a rainbow and it's dead. And
look at that original art.
They don't talk about it at all, and the original art, there's just a pool of blood.
There's blood all over the rainbow. It's like, that's why I think you're like associated with being sliced. This just imagine that rainbow like just sprayed with blood, like something out of a Sam Raimi.
And on the bear and on the ground all around it, it's just this bloody version of the art. And you sent both because you knew.
Yeah.
But they didn't go with the blood. The bloody version, that's the Super Live Adventure version.
Yeah. I wish I could post that. That's what would have been if that was a podcast episode. And I drew that artwork. Like I draw for mostly every episode.
Which, by the way, last week the Larry King artwork, It really did. It upset my wife. I showed Christine, and she like went,
upset a
"Oh
lot of
no, no, no!" And she like looked away. She's like, "No," because even the clay is like phallic, which I guess it always was.
Yeah.
But the way you drew it, I'm like, "Oh, now he ruined Ghost."
Oh, I did it, bro. Ghost
It
has
was
been
always
ruined.
there, but you really,
Ghost has always been ruined.
you tweaked the shape just enough
Yeah.
where it's this clay dick and Demi Moore. What do you say? Do you say Demi or Demi?
Demi.
Demi. All right. Demi
Demi.
Moore.
Demi.
And Larry King. Oh, it's so gross. But you know what? You can get rid of the clay. It's gross. You can get rid of her. It's gross. It's so gross. It's so disgusting. It's the grossest thing that ever lived.
Des Moines, you're on the air.
What a sellout. Larry King was a fucking sellout. You hear me?
He's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur sellout. The Larry King story.
Dinosaur sellout.
Can I write it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it all up.
Kingosaurus.
Get sued.
By
But
who?
famous. The Larry King estate.
Jesus.
All the ex-wives. And all the children.
I imagine all his ex-wives just look like all those like vulture people from the Dark Crystal. It's just like a room of like old birds, like ah, ah, picking at a pot of money.
He's got a bit of a like Bram Stoker's like Dracula vibe going, doesn't he? Didn't he?
Oh, you mean like he walks in a room and his shadow's doing something different?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yo.
I can see that. No, yeah, he's totally like Gary Oldman could play him in prosthetics real well.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. But he definitely had like Montgomery Burns body.
Yes. Oh, dude. If there was ever a Simpsons live action movie, he would have been a great shoe-in to play Monty Burns.
He would have been great.
You kidding me?
He also would have been good in like an E.T. sequel as E.T.'s grandpa. If he shaved his head and took his glasses off. Or do you leave the glasses? I think you take his glasses off and you break his nose just for the look. You put it back
Stretch
you
his
put it
neck
back
out
together
real
later.
long. Next caller from planet Tukafu. Space Larry King.
Space Larry King.
I would love that. Like he died, but his consciousness drifted into like a robot in space.
Yeah, I would like that too.
And he continues to do his show forever,
Yeah.
interviewing different aliens.
Space Larry King.
Space Larry King. It's very Space Ghost, but with Larry King, I guess. I got my space suspenders on. Next caller.
Well, rest in peace.
Or something, some kind of equivalent.
I'll ring the fish bell for Larry King.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love you so much.
I love you too, buddy. I miss you. I miss you big
I
time.
miss you too.
Oh,
I'm
man.
glad we have this. This is
Hey.
another night we've been hanging out and talking for a long time. We could have recorded 4 episodes that we never could have released.
You know what though? We had a good time. Dude,
Yeah, I needed it.
a lot's been going on. Just in general, we've been talking for so long. Like there's big current events happening.
Oh my goodness.
So, what do you think of Gina Carano
Oh, from
from The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian?
She's big.
She's huge. She's a big girl. I mean, she's pretty big.
Pretty big.
That's no moon.
Big.
Yeah. She's a big old thick woman.
Mm. Mm.
Big old tons of fun.
Guns of fun.
Guns of fun. Bunts of fun.
She's big, man.
She's a giantess. She's like an Amazonian woman.
She got bigger in that most recent season. Like the first season, she was big.
No, but that next one, yeah, she was doing steroids.
Yeah, the first one she was like kind of like Lucy Lawless, but
Yeah.
not as likable. And then the next season she was like a swollen Lucy Lawless and not as likable.
She was like that second season. She was like a Kirstie Alley.
Yeah,
just as likable.
I wish Kirstie Alley was a professional wrestler. Well, then you're gonna love.
Oh man, Thirsty Alley.
I do wish. Actually, I wish Kirstie Alley was. I wish Kirstie Alley became Thirsty Alley and started wrestling right now.
Yeah, that would be her name, Thirsty Alley.
And her catchphrase is just, "Ugh!" She just comes out like scary as fuck. That's it. She doesn't say anything else. And they go, "Oh, she's thirsty," and she comes in and she kicks the shit out of you and leaves.
Yeah, and she yells her other catchphrase. I've got a clit like a cannoli.
When she beats you in the ring, she screams, "I got a clit like a cannoli." And the ref holds her hands up, and then it's, "Where everybody knows your name." Boom, 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 boom. And fireworks go off, and everybody, it's every child's favorite wrestler.
Yep. And everyone wants a big clit. You go to see those wrestling matches, and you buy a big foam fake clit, and you put it between your legs. It's just a big pink. It's a big pink.
And I buy a big foam finger, and I come over and I do a little bit with your clit. And we end up on TV. I saw you on TV with your clit and your finger. You guys. You knuckleheads.
You moose knuckleheads.
Fingering your friend's clit.
Where everybody knows your clit.
Oh my God. Thirsty Alley, huh? What a match. I was fingering my clit.
Oh man. These big giant women. I love it.
Ooh, big. Oh, I sent you that thing. Dude, I was Googling something for work, and I Googled the phrase hot and heavy.
Oh my God.
And I didn't dig any deeper than what I sent you, but we never heard of this show, and I looked up at looked at the year, and it said 2020. Hot and Heavy. The first thing that comes up is a TV program, and it's 3 men defend the honor of their significant others and face judgment due to their mixed weight relationships. I was in a mixed weight relationship for a little while.
You were. Yeah, I guess you were.
It wasn't this extreme.
No, I think mixed weight, that's different.
I would have called this show Spaghetti and Meatballs, personally.
Yeah. No, what you sent me, it's like a real skinny dude with like a 600-pound woman type of deal.
What I don't like is, I get the play on words, hot and heavy, but we're going to describe your husband as hot. and you're heavy. Like, it's not. Spaghetti and meatballs is so much nicer because
Yeah.
who doesn't love spaghetti? Who doesn't love a good meatball? Spaghetti and meatballs, they go together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Goes together.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Spaghetti and meatballs. Perfect. Beautiful. I love you both. You're better together. Hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy, no.
You're hot.
I'm heavy.
I want to watch this.
I don't.
I want to watch this so bad.
No thanks. It looks gross. It looks like it smells. The show.
Well, it focuses on 3 couples. I'm gonna follow up. I'll get back to you, man. Hot and heavy.
I don't want to know about it. It's gonna be gross.
Again, I wasn't looking for this, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
I was doing research for work, and I found that. And I'm a little into it.
You're into the hot or the heavy?
I'm into the hot and heavy, I think.
Someone made an egg dump soup just for me.
Eggdumpsoup.com. Eggdumpsoup.com.
Someone knows my egg dump soup quality.
Eggdumpsoup.com. Eggdumpsoup.com.
Thanks for buying some egg dump soup. Thanks for drinking it all.
Even when you were wishing you were drinking other things.
You stuck with us, and that's what matters. And we love you.
Always there for you.
Always care for you.
We'll be there for you. Egg dump soup.
That. Who listens to this?
Super Live Adventure.
Here are this week's voicemails.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Juan Serta, Little Show Club member. Hey, I was just listening to your show, man, and you was talking about those chickens that danced or something. I think I saw that chicken before or something like it, but I think they had the floor spun and made the chicken slide around, made it look like it was dancing. But I used to go to this thing when I was younger called Chinatown Fair in downtown Manhattan. You could play any video game there. They had every video game there. It was great.
Whoa.
But they also had a chicken that you can play tic-tac-toe against. And I could never beat this fucking chicken. And I'm now, as an older person, I understand that the chicken looked like it was pecking buttons behind the screen. It was probably just pecking food. And you were playing a computer. That's why you could never win. All right, boys. Fit it where you shit it. Later.
Oh, only one soda.
Only one soda. Hey, man, I looked into it, too, and it's funny. Chinatown Fair comes up. I never went there, and there was a dancing chicken that was apparently replaced with a tic-tac-toe playing chicken. And it was there for a long time, and it was on the signs outside long after that. Yeah, and it was a whole thing. And I looked into it, and there were people who definitely trained animals and put them into these arcade machines. And it was a lot of training them with food to get responses and stuff and do certain things. And yeah, tic-tac-toe, you were playing a computer. It was kind of hidden what the chicken was doing. And you were playing a computer, and I think it always made the first move. So you were never going to win. There were also, then I saw other things online where there were also chickens where And like you said, there was a spinning wheel, but then I saw another one where there was a photo and it looked like just like metal grating, and they said they were giving it electrical shocks to make it dance.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
And then there was a place that was still doing this in like a casino where you could still see chickens. You could still play tic-tac-toe against a chicken.
Yeah.
And every now and then there's like a winner, but it's like really hard to beat the chicken. And they rotate the chickens out and stuff.
It's not that hard to beat the chicken. I do it practically every day.
You can't beat the chicken, Chris.
Nobody beats the chicken. Nobody beats the chicken. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember the chicken. Well, Juan, thanks, man. Yeah, my mom had memories of it too, and apparently there were different versions out there. And the guy, this video where I saw where it was still happening at this casino, the guy who like runs this business with his wife, they asked him about like whether or not it was cruel, and he was just like, he's like, well, it ain't the worst life for a chicken. You'd end up in a can of soup. That was his answer. And I'm like, wow.
You
Like, all
know,
right.
that statement applies to anything in life. It's true. You could always wind
Hey,
up in a
man,
can
you
of
could
soup.
end up in a can. And you know, yeah, could you imagine a worse fate?
It's terrible.
To end up in a can of soup.
It's terrible.
So many people got behind, invested money. Like, you know what I mean? That was, think about how many people are involved in that.
Yeah.
Turning you into soup, canning
Soup.
you, distributing you, selling you. There's a, oh my God, from the consumer to the cashier to the,
Somebody has to make the label. You have to hire an artist to draw the label of the soup.
so it's
The U soup.
it's really it's the most extravagant form of mutilation, I think.
I guess you should be honored. Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way.
Yeah, okay. It's like you had a ton of pallbearers. So many pallbearers.
So many mechanically separated pallbearers.
Paid good money to transport your body to its final resting place.
The soup plant.
The soup, not the soup. That's not the final resting place. It's my toilet. Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
My underwear.
You got to follow the whole chain.
That's true. You're right. You're right. It doesn't stop there.
Hello, boys. It's Schmuck the Cook here. I'm having to whisper, because I am being besieged after the revelations of the night of the basement debacle, when I found excuse me, when I found Schmuttler, who of course I didn't know very well, but there seems to have been a revelatione about a thing that I had with the butler, and my world has gone completely crazy. I've had paparazzi at my door, wanting to know how I'm feeling, and Schmusband, my husband, has thrown me out, and I'm now living in the kitchen, under the kitchen island, with the spoons. So thank you for ruining my life. However, the suet pudding with steak and kidney, and my little special ingredient will be coming upstairs to you shortly. Goodbye.
Oh,
Oh shit. Wait. We thought everybody knew about you guys, and we didn't know you were we didn't know you were married. We didn't know there was a schmuzband, the husband, when we talked about you and Schmutler.
I never
I didn't know
yeah,
it was
I never
schmuzband.
really I never really listened to any. I don't know. She cooks the food. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't care enough to know.
I don't want to know the personal business of the help.
Yeah, just you know what? Just make my fucking chicken fingers
Yeah.
and shut the fuck up. Just make them. Just make my chicken fingers.
Don't fuck the other help.
And don't fuck my chicken fingers. Stop fucking my chicken
Don't even finger it.
Don't finger my chicken fingers.
If you finger just one finger, I'll stick my finger in your fingers.
I'm sick of getting my chicken fingers wet. They're already wet. I even put them in my dipping sauce of choosing. They already came wet. Dripping fingers. No, thank you. I don't want them already dripping. But hey, you know what? I see what you're getting at here, and let's not eat the food.
No, I'm not gonna eat the food.
I think she might have poisoned her.
Yeah, no shit. Schmuck, the next time you want to poison somebody, don't leave them a voicemail where you go, "Hey, put in these."
Oh, I put in a special ingredient.
We know that's poison.
We know it's poison.
We know it's poison. We're not gonna eat poison. You know what, Schmuck? Take your food, take your poison, pack your bags.
I'm done.
Yeah, you know what, Schmuck? Seriously, pack your bags. You're gone. You're gone.
That's
You're
it.
fired.
That's it.
This is the first time. This is monumental. This is the first time we've ever had to fire the help on the show. But you know what? We can't eat poison.
No, we shouldn't.
No.
No.
Uh,
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't believe that's her big plan right there.
Excuse me.
That's how she was
And-
gonna poison us. To give us a heads up.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't. And we know. Listen, sorry about Schmuzman. I'm sorry we outed you, but we all knew what was going on. Everybody here at Slap Studios knew what was going on. We heard you guys
Oh,
all
my
over this
goodness,
place.
the two of them. The listeners know what they sound like. Imagine
Yeah.
them in bed.
We saw you on the counter. You said it wasn't me. We saw you on the back door. You said it wasn't me.
But we got another voicemail.
That's right.
It's from Lil Eddie, Chris.
Oh, our
listen,
buddy Little Eddie.
Given the current state of things, and Lil Eddie, he doesn't really review movies that he hasn't seen in a theater. I don't know if it's a movie review.
Oh man,
I don't know if it really warrants a jingle, but I don't want to.
It could be though.
It could be.
He could sneak one in there. You never know
Maybe.
with this guy.
I don't know. Or maybe he did finally give in. Maybe he watched something at home, and he's going to
Could've.
give a movie review.
It could be a sneaky movie review.
Well, what do you think? Jingle or no jingle?
I think we're kind of obligated to do a jingle.
All right.
All right.
It's Little Eddie after all.
Ooh, it's a sneaky movie review. It might
Movie
happen just for you, or it might not.
Sneaky.
But let's
Freaky,
see what
sneaky,
we
sneaky.
got.
Movie review. Freaky, sneaky, dicky.
Oh, freaky, freaky. Freaky dicky.
Hey guys, it's Little Eddie. Sorry I haven't called in a while. And I know I'm a little late on this, but I've been kind of nervous to talk about this, but I feel like it's best to just get it off my chest. So every once in a while, when I call in to you guys, Schmutler would pick up the phone before it went straight to voicemail, and would chat me up a bit, and So around Christmas, when I was during the whole Wonder Woman 1984 thing, I called in and he answered the phone, and he did the usual begging for me to come over and open a window or bring him some food, and after I of course said no, I was kind of lamenting about how bummed I was that movie theaters weren't open in New York. And then Schmutler, asked me, what's a movie theater? And I'm not proud about how I responded. I said some things that I shouldn't have said because I was under a lot of stress, and it's just one of those things where you don't think those people are the world, but I didn't really hope that someone's grandma shot him in the face. I didn't want that to actually happen, and then it did, and I'm really sorry, and I'm really sorry. I want you to know that I'm really broken up about it. And I wanted to come clean with you guys. So rest in peace, Schmutler. I know he didn't have any family, but I wanted to be up front. Yeah, that's all.
Wow. Little Eddie.
I didn't mean to laugh. It's sad. I know.
Wow.
Well, you could always go visit him. He's buried in the same grave
as Dudley Moore.
That's right. You could go. You could see that.
If you go to the grave of Dudley Moore, you can pay respects to both Dudley Moore and Schmutler the butler. Forget what his real name was.
Oh.
But yeah, man. I didn't realize that he should not have been answering the phones at all.
Yeah. Thanks for telling us. Thanks for ratting him out, because I'm gonna kick his. Oh fuck!
I know.
He's
nothing.
dead.
I got angry too. Nothing you can do about it now.
God, it hasn't really sunk in yet completely, because sometimes I just get so fucking mad. I just want to.
I know. You get so mad. You
choke
think
his
he's still
butler
here.
neck.
That happens to me a lot. I'm so mad. I think he's still here.
I know. Like, I just, who else am I going to smash in the face with my champagne ice bucket?
But, Eddie, I don't want you to feel bad. He should have known what a movie theater was.
He's dropped me off at plenty of times in a movie theater. I've made him drive me.
And picked you up.
And pick me up.
He has sat in the parking lot of a movie theater for hours.
Yeah, well, I would usually tell him, I might walk out of it. This is like a Transformers movie or something. This is Suicide Squad. I might walk out. You got to sit with the car running, because I don't want to get in a cold car. You know what I mean? Why do I deserve that?
Yeah.
I think he was just playing playing coy.
We've given him cold popcorn from the movie theater.
Yeah.
I think he listened to the podcast through the walls. I think he was toying with you, Lil Eddie, because he knows the current situation. I think he knows. I think he knew it was a sensitive subject. I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. I'm sorry. We're getting very aggressive about a man who died.
I know.
I'm
you know
sorry.
what? Rest in peace.
What happened? He was.
Rest in peace. But he was a dick.
And I want to be clear. He was not shot in the face. I don't want to get into the details. He was not shot in the face.
No, he wasn't. Let's dispel that. That's one of the many rumors of his death. Shot in the face.
He was not shot in the face.
Hung by a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Fried by a feline.
Yes.
Kicked in the nuts till he died. I don't know who made that.
That's a funny one. I know, that's a funny one. Because if you picture my mother-in-law doing it, just imagine her kicking a butler
over and over until he died.
Oh, it's the funniest thing ever. Nuts, man.
But you know what? It's not true. None of that's true. You know what? Now's not the time to get into what happened.
He was killed by somebody's grandma, as you said.
He definitely was killed by a grandma,
but not shot in the face.
Yeah, it's just one of those rumors out there.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear about this podcast. I'm an open book. Chris is an open book. You come to us. We'll talk
True
to you.
Blue. Yeah,
you know, some things should remain private. An unfortunate thing happened here. And, yeah, it's time to move on. Like I said, if you want to pay your respects, you go to the grave of Dudley Moore.
That's right. That's where you go.
You tip your hat.
That's right. Your little dead Dudley Moore hat.
Yeah.
Little elf cap.
Take a knee. Drop a squat.
Sit a spell.
Drop a squat for Dudley Moore and Schmutler.
Rest in peace, the both of yous.
In heaven together. Not by choice. Them's just the rules. If you bury two bodies together, they are forever connected in heaven.
Your roommates in heaven?
Yeah.
The God couple.
You share a cloud. I want to be buried with Don Johnson.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Mom.
Yeah.
He's going to be my roommate in heaven. He's going to be young and tan and wear a white suit.
I want to be buried with Suzanne Summers.
We got to wrap it up. It's a short one, pal.
Yeah, man.
But I think we're caught up. We've been a little behind since the invasion.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long, hard road.
Yeah. And that's it. You and I, we're busy guys. There was a lot of cleanup to do over here. There was a lot to do, but I think we're back on track. Super Live Adventure.
I hope so.
You listeners, you can always go to superliveadventure.com for all your Super Live Adventure needs.
That's right.
We have beautiful enamel pins available.
That's right.
Noise pins. They have an Etsy shop. There's a link on the right-hand side of the page. We have T-shirts on TeePublic. Multiple ways to listen. Social media. And we were talking about this, the theme song to this show. If you want to hear it without us yapping over it, without any edits, you scroll to the bottom. The theme song is there. That's on SoundCloud along with all 3 versions of the theme song. There were previous versions of the theme song, all provided by Ezra Donnellan, a.k.a. Kilgore Trout is Dead. Check that out on the bottom of our website, superliveadventure.com. That's the place to go for all things Super Live Adventure. Again, lots of ways to listen. Follow this podcast if you like it, whatever you're using to listen to it. Follow, subscribe. It's always free. Just make sure that you get every new episode the moment that it comes out. You don't want to miss any. And check out patreon.com/superliveadventure for more information about the Little Chub Club.
That's right. Also, if you want to give us your opinion on something, your take, Call us at 781-POD-SLAP. That's 781-763-7527.
That's right. You can also email us. You can send us an audio message, especially if you're outside of the States. Sometimes that's easier. Record a message, send it to slap@superliveadventure.com. You can also send us a postcard, a letter. You can reach us by snail mail at 536 Park Avenue, number 631, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, 07076. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, Park Ave. We're fancy.
Park Avenue, baby.
Send us a fancy letter. Send us a fancy feast.
Fit it.
Where you? Shit.